What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, my people, my lovely people? This is me, Julian Ehab from Node Sponge, this time with my top 7 beast modes. For people who doesn't know what a beast mode is, a beast mode is a term that a frag-com or fume heads or fragaholics or people into fragrances came up with just to describe monstrous fragrances with when it comes to sillage, projection, and longevity. So if when a fragrance lasts you forever, like for like 12 plus hours, and you can smell it across the room, that's pretty much a beast mode. So with that being said, let's just move on to my number 7 spot. My number 7 spot would be Eau de Morcel by Byredo. Eau de Morcel, it is oud and limoncello pretty much type of fragrance. A lot of people compare it to Aventus, and I can totally see that they have some similarities, but they're not identical. They're totally two different fragrances. They have the same genre. So like Oud 1, a Cosmic Oud, Eau de Morcel, Aventus, Paris Monte Carlo, Bois d'Oud, they all have the same genre, like fruity, smoky, oudy, sweet type of fragrances. So it's not necessarily they smell identical or they smell the same, but like people would get some similarities because they kind of, have some similar notes, but there are totally different fragrances. So it doesn't mean that you have one, you don't need the other. You can have them all, and you can like wear them all, and people would know that those are totally different fragrances. So with that being said, let's just move on to the description of my number 7 spot, which is Oud Immortel. Oud Immortel, a lot of people dislike it for that fact that it tends to get sour in their skin, on their skin, because of the limoncello note. And for people who doesn't know what a limoncello is, a limoncello, it is an Italian liqueur that made out of lemon, and it's like really tart and sour and sweet in the same time. It's usually used for digestive purposes. I personally love how it tastes like. I love limoncello, and I don't mind sour and tart fragrances on my skin. The opposite, I just love that. And it just happened that Pulp is just one of my recent favorite fragrances, and it's kind of like a tart fragrance. So I love those type of fragrances on my skin. But I totally understand some other people just dislike that. So with that being said, let's just move on to my number 7 spot. My number 7 spot, it is Aqua Zucrow by Profumum Roma. Profumum Roma Aqua Zucrow, it is just a cotton candy bomb. A lot of people tend to dislike it because it's just too sweet, and for some reason I'm a sucker for sweet fragrances, and they say just too childish for them. It's more like a teenager fragrance. I can see that, but that specific fragrance, for some reason, it just like shines on my skin, and just love it. And just like, if you want to call me a child, please do, because I feel as a child at heart, and I don't care if people call me a child or a teenager or this and that. If I wear Aqua Zucrow, it is just a phenomenal fragrance, and it lasts forever, and it gets me tons of compliments. A lot of people, again, tend to compare it to red Red Sugar by Aqualina. I can totally see that. I think they are pretty much identical in my opinion. And just to be honest, there's a big difference with quality though. So if you want to pay like I think 10-15 bucks for like 100 ml of Aqualina, you can just go for that, and you would smell great. Don't get me wrong, and it just would project and last, and you would get all you need from it. And but if you just want to go that extra mile and just pay like I think $240 for aqua zucrow, well, it would project and last longer, and quality, and it's all about the quality. You can tell the differences of quality between a $10 fragrance and a $240 fragrance. So it's all up to you guys, which way do you want to go. For me, I prefer to just pay for that extra mile, even though I don't have that much money, guys, trust me. But I'm sorry, I just have an expensive taste, which is really hurts my wallet. But I'll go for aqua zucrow. But if you want a cheaper alternative, just go for red sugar or blue sugar, which is a little bit masculine, but it still smells great. I reviewed blue sugar like I think a couple of months back, and you can check that review out. It's a great fragrance as well. My number 5 spot would be Fusion Sacre by Majda Bakali or Bekali. Fusion Sacre, it's very spicy, very sweet type of burnt sugar, caramel. Very nice, very well done. Would last you guys for days, and I am serious and I'm not exaggerating. I think I have a sweater that I sprayed like a couple of sprays on from Majda Bakali, and that was like maybe 4, 5, 6 months probably or something, and I washed it I think like a couple of times, and every time I just open my my closet, all I can smell is Fusion Sacre and Nasumaro Black Afghano from another shirt, and that I have already washed, by the way. So there's some type of fragrances, even though you wash your clothes, and they would like stay there for months, and Fusion Sacre is one of them. It's a great fragrance, sickly sweet as well. So if you're not into sweet fragrances, this is definitely not gonna be for you. And but I think Fusion Sacre, it's one of the most complex and well done fragrances out there. It's got a lot of notes, and it's really well made and well balanced and well mixed all together, and you can tell the quality and how complex it is, and it keeps you always interested and intrigued and curious. So it keeps you entertained, and those are the fragrances I'm really into, and that's why Fusion Sacre, it took my number 5 spot. My number 4 spot would be Interlude Man. Interlude Man by Amouage. Interlude Man, guys, it is it's got a lot of love out there. A lot of people love Interlude Man, and I see a lot of guys, you know, a lot of those heavy hitters always wear it, and like 16, 18 sprays. I don't know how did he do that, to be honest with you guys. It's like Interlude Man, and I am a heavy sprayer myself, and I just can't go over, I would say, probably 6 sprays, like 8 sprays max, because it is just a beast mode. And I don't even have the bottle yet. I have tons of decants of it already, you know, and I have like 3-4 decants every time. I just like, I see a decan on like this, I just keep on buying it, or like just swap it or whatever, you know. and I think I'm set for a while with those decants that I have, but it is a definite definite buy for me in the future when I finish those, probably after 10 years. But it is a beast mode, guys. It is just like super interesting, complex fragrance, and it's just like with the frankincense, with the incense, with the all those crazy amouage Middle Eastern notes, and it just smells phenomenal. And like one spray will just like shine like pretty much all night long, and probably till next day, and would be very strong. So Interlude Man is my number 4 spot. My number 3 spot, it is Oud Velvet by Montauk. Oud Velvet, guys, it is it is a crazy fragrance. I blind bought this out of Renee's and Eric Hill's review, and that was like a while back, and I was still like newer in the game, so all I wanted to get is like those beast mode fragrances, because I just wanted to show off my niche fragrances, and I just wanted to get compliments, and I just wanted people to smell me. I'm still the same way, but I think I'm getting a little older in the community, so I don't really care for those things anymore. But don't get me wrong, I care for them, but not as much as I used to. But so I like I got I blind bought it out of the reviews, which they have some great reviews on this specific fragrance. And the first time, like when I got it, I sprayed like 7 sprays, and I am not exaggerating or anything, guys. I almost fainted, like seriously, I almost passed out because of the fumes coming out of me. It is gassy, you would gas people out, and it is just too strong. So there's no way anybody that I know of can just like do more than 6 sprays out of this Oud Velvet by Montal. This one, it's just super crazy, super concentrated. It's a bit on the feminine side, to be honest with you guys. So please sample before you buy. For me, it was fine. I think it just, you can detect the oud in it, and it's kind of tropical. So I didn't have a problem with it. The total opposite, I loved it, but I swapped it only for one reason, that like I live in Los Angeles, and it's pretty much hot all year round. And like every time I wear this fragrance and always like go like 1 or 2 sprays max, it always gives me a headache. And this is one of those fragrances just gives me a headache, which is suck. I hated that, so I just had to swap it with something else. But it is a great fragrance. I think would be suited best on a woman, to be honest with you guys. But for guys out there, if you want a beast mode, check this fragrance out. It is a great fragrance, but you need to sample because you might find it a bit feminine for you guys. So this is my number 3 spot, which is Oud Velvet by Montal. My number 2 spot, we're getting there, guys. My number 2 spot, it is one of my absolute favorites. I would say one of my top 5, top 10 absolute favorites of all time. I just love this fragrance to death. A lot of people dislike it, and I just don't understand why. I think this is just a masterpiece, and it's just orgasmic to me for some reason. All you need from this fragrance is just 2 sprays, 3 sprays max, and you smell like until next week. Like This fragrance, you need to take 7 showers to get it out of your skin. And I never seen a fragrance that like really stays and sticks into your skin, uh, and projects as much, besides my number one spot obviously. um, and it's very complex and it's a weird fragrance, so if you are a weirdo, I totally recommend this one, guys, for you. So this one, it's Black Afghano by Nasumato. Black Afghano, guys, is just a masterpiece. I just love this one to death. It just I love, like, it's got hashish note. Probably, I'm not really a druggie. I never really did drugs or anything my whole life, but probably that when I put it on, just like I get high out of the hashish note or something, because I feel happy. I feel different every time I wear it. So I think I'll do well on hashish then. And I'm from Morocco, which is, hashish comes from Morocco, and I never did it. But yeah, it just it puts me on a different world every time I put this fragrance on. And I really recommend this fragrance at least to sample it once in your life. Because you probably wouldn't like it, and I totally can see that and I respect that. But in my opinion, this is a must sample at least once in your life fragrance, because it is weird, it is unique. I never smelled anything like it in my whole entire life. And it is worth a try, guys. Even though you dislike it, it's just like you would respect it out of at least its muscles, the performance you would get out of it. It is a great fragrance. I totally recommend at least to sample it. And I think if you're a collector and you like it, this one, it's a must have in your collection, in my opinion. And this is a Black Afghano by Nasumato, which took my number 2 spot. And then finally, we're going to see my number 1 spot for my top 7 beast modes. So that means this is the strongest fragrance that I have personally in my collection. This is the strongest fragrance that I personally experienced. So probably there's something else stronger than this out there. That means I haven't personally tasted out yet or smelled it yet before, or it just doesn't really work that well on my skin, which I doubt that. This is a recent acquisition of mine, and I blind bought this out of a lot of good reviews, and I didn't want to buy a decan or anything of it, and I knew that it is a bottle worthy for me, so I just waited until I got a good deal out of it, and I just got myself a bottle, and I didn't regret it, guys. And this one is just a masterpiece. It's like really concentrated, really strong, and I'm so into rose fragrances, and this one is a rose fragrance. And my favorite fragrance of all time, it's a tie between Noir de Noir by Tom Ford and Pardon by Nasumato. I can't really decide which one would take my favorite spot, my number 1 spot, because I love those two fragrances to death. This one really reminds me a lot of Noir de Noir. It's a really, and Noir de Noir, it's almost a beast mode. It just really does wonders on my skin. And this one and this one is just like it took Noir de Noir performance to a different level. It's like more of a concentrated version of it, with a lot of more complexity It smells like Noir de Noir slash Jubilation 25 slash Rose Oud slash too many things. It's just such a great fragrance, and I'm really happy and excited, and I'm glad for that fact that I didn't buy a decan of it. I just got the bottle right away. This one, all I need is just a couple of sprays, and trust me guys, you would fill out, not the room, you would fill out the whole DMV if you're in DMV, for example, and you see how DMVs are, how big they are. This one is just phenomenal. It is crazy, it is sexy, it is condensed, and I think totally recommend it, and I think it would be a great clubbing scent, because trust me, you would get noticed and you would have a lot of compliments out of it, and it's very pleasant from for the opposite sex, so it is a safe scent. But you have to like rose though. I haven't told you which fragrance it is, right? So this one, it is More Than Words by Zerjov Join the Club collection. More Than Words, guys, it is a masterpiece. Phenomenal. Dried fruit, rose, really condensed. It's like there's no it's just like pure oils, and there's no alcohol in there or anything. It's just like really thick, the thickest fragrance that I ever seen. Trust me, I didn't think that any fragrance whatsoever would take the first one spot from Black Afghano, because Black Afghano is just a super beast. But I just couldn't believe myself when this one just took the first spot from Black Afghano, and it totally deserved it. And those two fragrances, they're like out of this world, to be honest with you guys. So my number one spot, it is More Than Words by Zerjov from that Join the Club collection. It is a great fragrance. It would do just wonders at a club or something, in my opinion. So and it smells expensive, and it smells fancy, and it's very pleasant. Like, if you like rose fragrances, because like a lot of people really think rose fragrances like kind of like Grand Maish kind type of fragrances, but I don't get that. I think rose, it is an awesome note on fragrances, and it just like really works well on my skin, and I personally love it. So these are my top 7 beast modes, guys. I hope you guys like my collection. Let me know down below in the section down below, what are your beast modes? Top 5, top 10, top 2, top 3 beast modes. What do you guys think of this collection? What do you like out of them, and what do you dislike? Do you like Black Afghano? Do you like More Than Words? Do you like aqua zucrow, Eau de Morcel? Just let me know. This is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and thank you again for your support. That really means a lot to me, and I'm gonna try my best to do as many videos as I can. I'm getting busy recently, but I just came home on a Saturday night, very late at night, and I just still decided just to do that video, and because it's like I'm so into this hobby, guys, and it's like I'm into it, and I'm addicted now. I need a rehab for fragrances. So thank you again for watching, and peace.